Here are 6 things experts don't tell you about being self-employed and freelancer. Hi, my name is Nina. I'm coming to you from Frankfurt, Germany. I'm a freelancer and entrepreneur for more than 8 years now, and I want to share my success stories and f***ups with you so you can do better. Number 1, you need a lot of self-management skills. There's usually no boss, no office, unless you have a co-working space, no colleagues, no team, unless you maybe hired some, but there's no structure that will keep you working, that will keep you disciplined, that will keep you going. So you do need a lot of self-management skills. Point number 2, it can get kind of lonely sometimes, so I would advise you to just have something on your agenda that kind of is social, where you get among people, where you start to network. For me, it is meetings like lunch meetings, coffee meetings, or walks, which I either schedule with potential business partners, ongoing business partners, or with friends. I either network or I just, get business out of my head, just hang out with friends and have a break. But that avoids me feeling lonely or too much like I'm working by myself, which I actually am. I also have a hobby, which is playing the drums. I would highly advise you to do that because, first of all, it has something on your agenda. So you have a fixed time slot on your agenda where you take a break, where just get into that flow moment and don't think about business. And the second thing is you have something like a structure. Number 3, I would not advise you to work 40 hours per week, because as a self-employed person, you always have some kind of overhead work. For example, you have to do your taxes, you have to maybe do some acquisition, maybe you have to do some sales, you have to prepare some kind of offer. There is always something within your week that you have to do to maintain your self-employment. Unless you want to do that on the weekends, I would advise you to do it during the week and only sell your time within 4 days per week and adjust the price so you earn enough, it's enough for you, but you still have some time left where you can do all of these administrative tasks. Point number 4, if you are self-employed in Germany, you usually do not participate in the system. So you don't pay any pension funds, you do not pay into the unemployment bucket for the government, but on the other hand, you also can't get any of the money. So you don't have any pension if you haven't saved for it. And if you are unemployed, well, that's just, bad luck. You just have some free time. So I would advise you to always save up money because you do not want to be poor when you are older. And there are actually statistics saying that if you are self-employed, your risk of being poor as an elderly person rises, especially if you are female. Start saving now. So what I would advise you to do is, of every euro or dollar or pound you earned, you take away 10% and you immediately, before you spend anything else, put it into a savings account. This needs to be easily accessible. This needs to be liquid, so you can take out money anytime and you don't have any costs involved with taking money out and you don't lose any, like speculation possibilities or something. So that needs to be in a savings account lying somewhere. And this should cover at least 6 months of your fixed cost. So for 6 months, you could be unemployed and nothing would happen to you. Then you take another 10% and you put that into your pension fund. Either you have really, like from an insurance company, you have a pension fund. I don't have that. I don't believe in it. Or you just take care of it by yourself, like I do. I invest in ETFs, I invest in crypto, which went very well, and so on. So I take care of my pension by myself. If I earn some money, I don't spend everything first and then put away into my savings account what's left. I first take away what I want to save and then I spend the rest. And that just gives me a better feeling. And someone once said, you can, it's not boring or, not living your life or being too rigid if you save money now. It's just giving you a good conscience for your future self right now. So it can benefit you right now. Point number 5, it's kind of a personality thing. I did a lot of personality tests, a lot. And from the characteristics and from my personality traits and everything, I do tend to be more drawn towards entrepreneurship, consistent change, always learning new things, not liking security, not liking stability, and so on. Well, not liking it, but rather having freedom, constant change, and constantly learning something and giving up, some kind of stability and security for that, that absolutely matches my personality trait. And that's also something that I find that entrepreneurs kind of need. If you are a person who loves stability, who loves security, maybe entrepreneurship or being self-employed and not having the security of, getting your paycheck every month, maybe that's not something for you. I would always advise to do some kind of a personality test to understand what are my values, what am I typically drawn towards. Is it more change? Is it more stability? Is it more people? Is it more individualism? There are so many personality tests that show you and give you insights to who you are. I did so many. I think I should do a follow-up video on those. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Because really, it's so interesting to learn that about yourself. It can only benefit yourself, and knowing that you know what you need to be happy and content every day. And maybe that's entrepreneurship, freelancing. Maybe that is you having a fixed job for 80% of the time and you work as a freelancer for 1 day per week. Maybe that's you being at a firm and having the security and thriving within the firm and finding your path there. So from my point of view and what I learned over the years, it's really a personality thing. Number 6. As a freelancer, I often was told that I cannot increase my daily or hourly price with an existing client. But from my point of view, that's not true. And when I talk to other freelancers and experts, they also tell me it's not true. I've been working together with one client now for 4 years, and I increased my price twice. If you are like me and you started out way too low, there's still opportunity, there's still a chance that you can earn more per hour, because that is always better. If you think to yourself, if you look at the money that you have and you think, I need to earn more, this is not enough. You either have the possibility to work longer hours, or you increase the euro amount or dollar amount or just money amount you earn per hour, and that's much more efficient, and that just makes much more sense. So I had a list of arguments when I went into a renegotiation meeting with my client. I told them that over a year I did XYZ courses, I improved my skill set, I became an expert in another topic which benefits my client, and I basically made them aware of that within the year I've not only grown as a consultant for them, but I also have grown in other areas which benefits them. So I'm more valuable now to them, so I can increase my price. And after a year, I did that again. So I was able to renegotiate the price twice. So it's never too late. If, however, you are just starting, always think about this. You can renegotiate your price, but it can be very tiring and painful. So I would advise you to always have in mind that you charge right at the beginning what you are worth. And if you have trouble with that now, and you don't feel like you are that valuable yet, then negotiate for 3 months, for example, a lower price. At the beginning, when you sign the contract, immediately negotiate into the contract that after 3 months, there will be a renegotiation meeting. You will reflect on how valuable you were and how good your work was, and that then there's the opportunity to charge a higher price. If you feel more comfortable doing that, do that. But I would not advise you, just because you think you're not worth it, to start with a lower price. Okay, so that was the 6 things that I learned as a freelancer within the last couple of years that I talked about with other experts and other freelancers. I hope you found them interesting. If you have other things, if you disagree with one of them, or if you agree and want to point out an example or anything, if anything comes to mind regarding what I just said, please leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. And I would also appreciate if you hit the like button or subscribe to my channel and have other freelancers learn about the expert views that I learned. Until then, I wish you happy freelancing. Bye.